let me take these out. So I wanted to do a quick video. I'm gonna throw my hair back because shit, I'm feeling these braids, and I did them myself. So hate if you want. All right, let me go ahead and just kind of talk to you guys for a minute. So the reason I wanted to kind of get on here today is because I wanted to kind of bring attention to toxic femininity. Now, to some people, they don't think of it as that when they act a certain kind of way. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of get a little bit more into what I mean by it. So toxic femininity, at least in my eyes, is kind of like their overwhelming push for a woman to be more feminine than they either feel or are. Okay? At least that's my take on it. Okay? Now, I may ruffle a few feathers by putting this video up, and it's gonna have to be that way because toxic femininity and growing up with that around me on a constant basis caused a lot of issues with my image. I now am getting help for body dysmorphia. I had low self-esteem growing up. You know, I still battle that to sometimes, from today, and while I know ways of dealing with it now and that it's not my fault, here and there, it kind of gets, I catch myself reverting back to that sometimes as a trigger, which is something that, it's not going to permanently be a problem with me. I'm working on that so I can fix that for myself so I can have healthy and wholesome relationships with people. But in my experience, I grew up with the females around me, whether it was family or friends, who always said I was too tomboyish, always said my hair was nappy, always saying that I wore my clothes a certain way or I didn't have things that was good enough. And then I was seeing other people around me being boosted up, for their beauty. But I never got that same, same in return. And I would give compliments to other females because I always felt that you put the energy out there that you want to receive. I didn't really receive that from, the females around me growing up. So I naturally more gravitated towards being around males growing up, which is why I was more of a tomboy growing up, because at least around them, I blended in. I've never been a tomboy in my life, and y'all probably think I was. I was always feminine, but I was always different too. And I think I was put here on this earth to kind of change those standards. And that's why I'm speaking up on it now. So to me, like I said, I didn't learn how to put makeup on, from being around females. I didn't learn how to do hair. I didn't learn how to dress. I didn't learn how to love myself. I was always taught that either you are or you not. And like I said, it had a tremendous effect on me, and then, again, with me not having both parents in the home or feeling love from both parents growing up, because I didn't feel it, I'm sorry. But it made me, it added more and more to that self-image thing. It made me wonder what in myself is wrong with me as a child. As I get older, it also contributed to the people I accepted in my life. I never tried to put any effort into my appearance because I didn't feel comfortable being feminine. I always felt more comfortable being more masculine because then I wasn't really drawing attention to myself. And if I'm not drawing attention to myself, then nobody's going to point out, oh, your hair is nappy. Nobody's going to point out, oh, your body doesn't fit this the right way. Or, oh, where'd you get that from? Did you buy that from Rainbow? Did you buy that from Walmart? Stuff like that growing up really, really affected me in a negative way. And I just wanted to kind of, like I said, bring attention to that because we as black women out here, I don't know what goes on with other families, but we as black women out here need to be out here supporting each other, especially if we're family. We need to be breaking those generational cycles and uplifting the other females in our family, even if you don't really agree with how they're dressing or how they look. You know, there shouldn't be cliques in a family. There shouldn't be favoritism. I definitely felt that. And to this day now, I still feel that, but I stopped really allowing myself to really, for one, be around people that were like that. And two, when I notice behavior like that, I rise above it. At this point, if I'm not going to be, if I have to be faced around people like that, then at that point, I keep my chin held high, and whatever the hell I'm wearing, whatever I, do with myself that day, I wear it proudly because ultimately the reason people, especially women, the reason women tear each other down is to make themselves feel better. Okay? You could be the most beautiful person on earth, but on the inside, you could be ugly as hell for some reason. And I don't think that that's right. So I definitely think that the generational curse needs to stop with me. I no longer am answering to that. I know I'm beautiful. And I'm not wearing makeup right now. All I did was do my hair and get dressed today. But I'm not going to have my child growing up with self-image issues. And any other females that's coming into this family or my friends are going to know that they're beautiful, at least from me, because that's what we should be doing, is uplifting each other. It's not about just uplifting each other or push each other to go into businesses and stuff like that, which is great too, because as females, we should be pushing each other to do the most. Like, hey, you want to do nails? Get in the fucking business. If you want to make clothes, get in the business. Don't be going out there trying to go to other people when you got peoples in your family doing shit. That's what I'm saying. It's like the love is not there. So what I'm trying to tell you is I'm breaking that curse within my family, because I don't want my child or any future children I may have to be growing up feeling like they're not good enough and that they didn't receive what they needed at home. I also wanted to add as well that she's not going to go out into the world and have other people in her classroom, in the workplace, or anybody else making her feel like she's not good enough, because she is going to learn at home that the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Sorry, first off, it's in the eye of the beholder. And you are the beholder. I'm going to just leave it at that. Anybody else's opinion of you is their opinion, and shouldn't be taken with anything more than a grain of salt. When you love yourself, which is what we should be teaching each other as women, when you love yourself and when you love each other, you're supporting black women and you're strengthening them and you're teaching them to go out into the world and lift other women. That is how we get ourselves out of these situations where we don't feel like we're good enough. So, I know I'm all over the place when I say this, but it needed to be said, because I'm tired of every time that I go places that if I decide I want to put on this, or if I'm dressed in a certain way, or if I'm hanging out with certain people, I'm automatically weird, or I'm that white person. I don't care who the hell y'all think I am. At the end of the day, I'm me, and I've always been me, and I'm beautiful just as I am. I'm beautiful because my heart shines through no matter what the hell is dealt to me. So, all right. Well, that's really all I needed to say. That was more, like I said, that was about toxic femininity. I know that there's toxic masculinity out there as well. I definitely seen it, like friends, family. So I can't really speak on toxic masculinity because I didn't grow up feeling that myself. But I think that, like I said, that cycle needs to stop, and it starts at home and it starts within families. All right. So thank you for listening, guys, and have a good one.